Yo, Shalom family, Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. We back again. Hey, surviving this kingdom. Hopefully, y'all had a good week out there. I know there's a lot going on. We'll tap into some of that later on tonight. Let's chat. Go into the chat. Yawasab Yasharala, what's going on? Shabbat Shalom. I know we down in Houston. You know what I'm saying? This truth's getting out there. Sylvester Robinson from North Dakota. Okay, I've been to South Dakota. Hey, we out there. Don't be mistaken. What else we got in here? And then J. Cole, Queen Israel, Shalom, Queen. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. You know what I'm saying? We got another good one coming up. Like I said, I hope everybody had a good week. We got to fight the good fight of faith, like the scriptures say. So I hope everybody letting their light shine, getting those conversations out about the gospel, about this word, family, to strangers that they might see on the street. So we're gonna get into it. So I know that class is gonna be a little bit more free spirited. I might expound on this too. I actually like where it's going. So this is all just in the spirit of the Most High. So let's just see where it leads us. I know a lot of times when we in this walk, we got people, and a lot of times, it's all about the money, the riches, the short-term success, but not a lot of people are talking about, exalting that good relationship with the Most High. So let's get other one. If you're ready, can you get 1 Timothy 6 and 17? Timothy's right. Timothy's right. Depend on this kingdom for all your success and not the Most High. That's ludicrous. Whenever you're ready, other one. 1 Timothy 6 and 17.
The book of 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 17. Charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living Most High, who giveth us richly all things to enjoy.
And then give me Luke 12 and 31. So don't be trapped chasing the bag. Don't be trapped chasing this bag. Don't set your hopes on the new job. Don't set your hopes on, you know what I'm saying, scratching them lottery tickets out there. I have a couple of times too. But that's on Luke 12 and 31. Luke 12 and 31. Yeah, man, that's because it's uncertain. And even if you have it, you could still lose it. And what did Biggie say, right? He said, more money, more problems. Sometimes when you get these riches, you won't have time for your wife. I know my thing is that, yeah, okay, let me make, or let these folks pay me about $80,000-$100,000. They gonna think that they own me again. So I'm gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, take days that I have off and work them. I'm gonna have to miss time out on my family. You know what I'm saying? If I had a wife, you know what I'm saying, she might be contemplating with that idle mind, like, man, you don't make time for me. She might have them needs that I'm not there. So adultery, or what y'all call entanglements nowadays. So I mean, money's something else, man. So it's a double-edged sword. It's like you get, be careful what you ask for, because if you ask for it, you know what I'm saying, all these problems could ensue. But let me get Luke 12 and 31.
Luke chapter 12 verse 31. But rather seek ye kingdom of the Most High, and all these things shall be added unto you.
God, so hey, sneaky links. Sneaky links. Hey, I was like, what is a sneaky link? Y'all gotta expound, because I heard that a couple of days ago. Because you know that in Israel right now, whether you worldly or in the world, we all Israel. Damn that. I don't care if you don't know If you don't know, I'm gonna tell you about yourself, right? But we all are fascinated right now with the conversation of relationships and how we talk to each other, right? And that enmity, that that strife between the man and the woman is coming to play on social media every day, 24/7. You know what I'm saying? So we should know who we are just by that scripture alone, because we had the most. We butt heads online, we butt heads in person, we butt heads in general. Shalom, Derwana. Shalom, and then Shalom, Yadai. Thanks for joining us. This sneaky links, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, so rather seek the kingdom of God, the kingdom of the Most High, our power, then, and all these things. A car is going to be added on to you. Trust me, man. It's been a rough 10 years, but as soon as I got with the congregation that fit my spirit, all praises to the Most High, as soon as I got some of these precepts in me, good things started happening. Good things started happening. You know what I'm saying? So you rather get there slow on a slow path than get there fast. Because if you get up too fast, you're probably going to come down quick too. But if you progress slow, you know, then you're going to be okay. And that's how the Most High works, man. He's slow moving. You might not know. You know, you might pray for it's going to come in his time. You know, he knows when you're going to be ready for it, right? So he knows when you're going to be ready to get that big break, right? But he also knows that money can corrupt you, right? You might be the best thing in Israel moving right now. As soon as you get that check, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be wary of that. So I know that we got our worldly friends. Y'all see the pictures on, you know what I'm saying? We gotta have balance, right? Let's get our 1 Samuel 2:7. 1 Samuel 2:7. Yeah, give me a 1 Samuel 2:7. Let's show them the power of the Most High, man. Because it's not really up to us. You know, we could do all the right things, but we might, you know what I'm saying? You might do this number on the ACT, went to all your classes and everything, but still, you might have found yourself with a decent job, making a decent regular income. You know what I'm saying? You can do all the right things and still not be overly rich, you know? So I know, because I'm talking about this because our people just be obsessed about it. So that's why I just want to bring this out. But anyway, go ahead. 1 Samuel 2:7.
1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
The Most High maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. So he raises up the poor out of the dust and lifted up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Most High's.
Yeah, the pillars of the earth are the Most High. So why do you think that if you don't come back to these law, statutes, and commandments, that he was going to set you up like Jacob? You know what I'm saying? He was in Egypt, a different country. You're in America, a different country. Now that we know, we in a different country. This ain't our country, and it never was. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High is going to make you rich or poor. He controls the minds and the thoughts. Well, not the thoughts, but he controls the minds and the aspirations of the rulers of this world. So if he got it in him to say, hey, all right, Joe Biden, push that button, he gonna push that button. You know, Putin, all right, it's time to go. Putin's gonna go. And them submarines gonna be coming down here. When he gives the word out to China, now they're gonna go to Taiwan. Right? So it's bigger than just money, you know. I know our people never had a lot in this kingdom. So, you know, we have the blood of kings in us, and we are a nation of kings and priests. We understand it, so we got that in us that want to be royal, but We got to understand that this is a place of our punishment, and we got to get right spiritually. It's not really about the material in this world. It's fading. It's fading, right? It's fading, and the material's fading too. This country's going on a slow slope downward, right? But it's real slow. You can't really notice it. And let's get a Revelations 3 and 15. This is the battle, right? This is the battle. I'm bringing out the hot and cold, right? We on one, but there's, we got to be 24/7 with the Most High, right? We can't just turn this thing on and turn it off. So Revelations 3 and 15, go down to 16 too.
Revelation chapter 3, verse 15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I will thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
Right. So you want to be able to do these works, be totally involved in your congregation, be totally involved in this AOC thing that we got going on. It's a family. These are laid back, like-minded brothers, right? You just got to put your brick in. Put your brick in. Because just like Brother Nawa had told us, right? And way back now, in Israel, when you find yourself in Israel, find yourself in a camp, apply yourself. I remember we went to the Hebrew Summit. I forgot the elder's name, but they were making music. They were doing the little songs and whatever. And he asked anybody. He was like, "Yo, if y'all got something, if y'all got talents, please come on the stage and use it." And that was real refreshing, to hear someone say that with so much selflessness. Because I'm used to everybody wanting to hop on a track as soon as brothers get a little song together. You know what I'm saying? So because everybody want to get on it, But in Israel, it's wide open. You can make music. You can present classes. You could, you know what I'm saying? You could bring it out on the streets. You could hold posts. You could record, edit, just like this brother does right here. So he's using his talents, and he's a young brother. You know what I'm saying? So he's using his talent. So we have to make sure that we all apply ourselves so we're not hot or cold. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be cold. We want to be hot.
Hey, Salakia, real quick, King. Hey, do me a favor. Check the back chat real quick. And the brother Yediah Gabar, one of our beloved brothers, he dropped Isaiah 31 and 1 for you too.
Right. I got that too. I was going to bring it out too. So let's get it. I got it, E. This is the book of Isaiah.
And check the back chat too, King.
Okay, come. Come. So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 31. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. Right? So in this country, we're going to trust in these institutions and in this system because it's well developed, and we can see the strength of what white supremacy built. So of course we're going to rely on it. Combat the things of the Most High because it's foreign to us. We're not used to that. We're used to this kingdom. We're used to these we're used to these holy days, the Thanksgivings that's coming up, right? The Halloween that's about to come up. You know what I'm saying? We don't seek the Lord. So because they are very strong, but they look not onto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Most High. So we always have to seek the Most High. Let's get back into it. That was a good precept, Yediah. Great precept, brother. Great precept.
Con, if I may, let me back real quick, King. It's just like the scripture says, in this kingdom in America, man, we have a lot of temptations, right? It's a lot of things that they offer in this empire, and obviously, the Most High told us, in our captivity to build us houses, and have families and all of that. But you have to be careful with the temptations of this world. We got to remember that Satan offered Yahweh Shai the whole kingdom if he will bow down and worship him. And this is where the brother's going at with having that balance of not being lukewarm and then also not chasing after the riches of this world because it leads to your own destruction. And, when you're in a low position, like in Sirach 2 says, you got to take your affliction until the Most High raise you up out of that affliction and he rewards thee. You know what I'm saying? And I'll digress on that.
God. Let me get 2 Timothy 4 and 3. 2 Timothy verse 4 and 3. Because there's going to be a time, when you're going to come around people that are scoffing, and that might sway you too, right? That might sway you in a different direction. So you might be solid in this truth, but then the outside, the outside world, the pressures, it might get to you. What people say, what the Christian church might say, some of the churchgoers might say, it might get to you. It might lead you astray. It might keep you from walking this narrow path. So 2 Timothy 4 and 3. Whenever you're ready.
Second Timothy chapter 4 verse 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers, having itching ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables.
Right. So there's gonna be some people, and people do this right now. You could pick a worldly pastor, or they're gonna align themselves with the teachers that suit their own passions. So there's going to be teachers out here with their congregations, and everybody's going to be on do as thou wilt, do whatever you want. The Most High going to forgive you in the end. You could sin all week long, just come to church, give us a little bit of money, and your sins will be forgiven, and then So that's really what it is. It's you don't want government, you don't want structure, so you're gonna go somewhere with a little looser structure that doesn't have a lot of rules. But the Most High is all about government, and government is about laws and about rules. You can't have a nation without having laws and rules. And for some reason, our men and when a man says something to his wife or his girl, she rebels. Same thing, vice versa. We don't want to change, right? We don't want to monitor that bad behavior that we have. Let's go to Jude 1 and 4. Jude 1 and 4 out of 1. It's just the world that we live in. People are going to do what they want. They're going to say what they want. They're going to get their worship on. People are going to worship them. That's what I mean. People exalt themselves off of their phone, right? I've said this over and over again. A lot of people probably don't even pray at night or pray when they wake up. They'll look at their phone at night and they'll look at their phone when they wake up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Salakia. So we got Jude 1 and 4. Let's see what it's talking about.
Jude chapter 1 verse 4. For there are certain men crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation. Who were before of old ordained to this condemnation. Ungodly men, turning the grace of our Most High into lasciviousness.
Lasciviousness. That's a good word. Lasciviousness. That's like I want to say lust, unbridled lust, just You think, see, the Most High didn't give license to sin, but you're gonna have some people, Christians, a lot of them, you know what I'm saying, that's what it is. We side of us, as far as the people that are involved in the Christian church, they're going to use grace into a license to sin. They're going to go after their unbridled lust. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is, and it's been like that for a long time. We just have to know that that's not the way. You know, that's not the true meaning of grace. Grace isn't an excuse to do whatever you do. Grace is you getting back right with the Most High, getting familiar and practicing the law, statutes, and commandments so you don't get killed when he returns. That's grace. Because when the rent is due and you don't have the money, you're going to get evicted. And and not in that sense. So let's keep it moving forward.
And King, if I can, if you don't mind, you know, again, you know, just to let me back off what the young prince is saying, you know, when we look at the scriptures, we can obviously see in Sirach that, you know, there were many wicked men that went out of Israel. You know, we can see the different scriptures that talks about us forming a covenant with death. So when we look at all of those different verses and we tie it into what the brother's talking about, these are the things that we got to be circumspect of. Our own desires, our own lusts, even for those of us in Israel, because a lot of us are still babes in this walk, including myself. So when you come in rehearsing the righteous acts and all of that, you know, that's your time to clean up your past. You know, Proverbs 11:1 says, you know, a false balance, you know, is abomination. You know, so when you have the understanding of the temptations of the world and the things that you're lustful to, then everything starts to become more circumspect, and you're allowed to do a self-diagnosis to yourself and say, hey, this is a weakness for me. Let me surround myself with people who are stronger in this area so I don't succumb to things that I may have succumbed to back in the world. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, King.
Yeah, because you're only as good as the people that you're around. You're going to have a strong people. I'm a football player, right? I know y'all probably ain't no Bears fans or nothing like that, and that's okay. But we have a center, okay? Sam Mustipher. He's not that strong. And because he's not that strong, the men around him appear not that strong, right? James Daniels is a tackle. He had put somebody on his behind a couple weeks ago. But because of that weak link, you think as a group they're bad, right? So we have to remember that. We can have our weaknesses, but we have to couple that with the strengths of other men, and we all got to come together under the law, statutes of the Most High, and agreeance that the law, statutes, and the law, statutes, and commandments aren't done away with. That the Most High and His Son are so-called black men, and we are made in the image of those men. So that's what we got to do to get up out this kingdom, because His kingdom's ready to go, man. I be getting excited. You see Esau just talking, man, they're bickering back and forth. Now, I'll say this: if you look at the government, if you're one of them government type of people, you real political. They're two wings on the same bird. So all of that theater that you see on the TV, that might just be for show. But these folks be really getting at it with each other. They are divided. And a house divided, it can't stand. And duly right, we built that damn White House. And I would love to see that thing fall. Because we ain't in it. If we are in it, totally sell us. We ain't gonna be real in it anyway. But let's get Psalms 14:1. Because there's another thing people say. People say this out on the streets. You know, we got scoffers out there too. And that might sway the minds of the people. And that might sway the minds of the people as well. Psalms 14:1. Because what does a fool always say? Especially now. People want to follow the science and follow their own vain imaginations and all that type of thing. But what does a fool say in his heart? Psalms 14:1.
Psalms chapter 14, verse 1. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. The fool has said in his heart, there is no most high. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good.
So the fool that says the Most High, I mean, so the fool that says that God doesn't exist, that the Most High ain't real, man, they're corrupt. They're corrupt. They're definitely corrupt. I know that they got somebody in government right now that's anti-Christian. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody's attacking the faith. Everybody's is attacking the faith as far as Christianity goes. But we know the real form of what we believe, right? So we know that we are Jews. We know what we worship. We know that salvation is of the Jews. But when they on a mission to attack the Bible, because you know this kingdom is anti-Bible, right? Everything that's in it, they go against it. You know, one of the things that that a couple presidents ago Obama did was open up that gate to this whole LGBTQ, the homosexuality thing. You know, and now you got it where, because it's all rooted in pedophilia. It's all rooted in that, because what do you, so me as a so-called Christian or a Hebrew Israelite, I'm not forcing your sons and your children to get down with it. I'm just merely acting as an ambassador, representing a brand that is the truth of the living God. And I'm just trying to let you know my disposition. I'm just trying to let you know what the Most High is coming from. But with their community, they want to now, since they're able to get married and all that, they level up. They're going straight for your children, and that's wicked. And that's wicked. Listen, man, this country let y'all marry, but you mean now y'all got to teach my son a book that has the little boy cut off his genitals? That's not right. We didn't ask for that. I'm not out here giving your children books and Bibles with all the men of the book black. I'm not even doing that. You know, we're not force feeding you that. Why are you force feeding our children your lifestyle? I'm not force feeding you the lifestyle of the Messiah. I'm not feeding you the lifestyle of these men in this Bible. Why are you doing that to us, man? That's wickedness. That's wickedness. So we're gonna move forward. So some of the things that we have to deal with is, as far as being hot and cold, the way that I see it, a lot of times you got brothers, you got sisters in this truth that know the law, statutes, and commandments. They can read the law, precepts, and everything like that. But as far as talking and communicating with one another, sometimes it's in this meeting. We all got things that we got to work on. But let's hear what James has to say, because when you're reading the Bible, when you're reading these precepts, you should be taking away the characteristics of these precepts. And one of the characteristics that we have to display is through wisdom, right? Because as we read the scriptures, we're supposed to be gaining that wisdom. But if we have all this wisdom, then why aren't we treating our people with the kindness and the tenderness that we had before the curses? So give me James 3:17. Give me James 3:17. Because I don't see this with other nations. They're so cordial with each other. And I was thinking this too. I know I'm not back in the office yet, but once I go back, I will observe. I've always kind of observed a little bit. Now, of course, Jake, when I go into the building, right, when I see a sister, it's almost like we can't talk to each other. Like she go one way, I go another way, we can't talk to each other at all. It's just gonna be bad. You know what I'm saying? So,
Y'all Negroes better not get caught talking to each other at work. Y'all gonna lose your jobs.
exactly. But on the flip side, when we do talk to each other, don't we talk polite and kind and gentle, with reason, with good fruit? Why don't we do that on the outside of work? Why do I have to turn? First, I'm Mr. Businessman on the inside of work, right? Mr. 9 to 5, honest. But then on the outside of work, I gotta go do my poo shiesty. You know, I can't, you know, we like why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? Why don't we keep it professional in business like all the time? Because that's what we are. We were architects when we came over. We were, oh man, civil engineers. We mathematicians, lawyers, doctors. We were civilized and professional. And if you watch some of them, I don't like it, but if you watch some of them old slave movies, the way we talk to each other was still in decency. It was still in decency. So give me James 3:17.
James chapter 3, verse 17. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partial and without hypocrisy.
Right, so it's impartial, it's sincere, it's full of mercy, it's open to reason, it's gentle, it's peace. What do men want at home? They want peace, right? We want good fruit. We want our children to be around that, or be around that peace. If we can't this scripture and apply it to our characteristics, because that's what wisdom should be doing to you. It should be making you pure, peaceable, gentle, open to reason. You should be full of mercy. You should be forgiving your brothers for their trespasses. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? If you ain't forgiving nobody for their trespasses, how is the Most High going to forgive you? Knowing that we got to. Are you kidding me, man? Unbelievable how we want toxicity. How do you want that? How do you want that toxicity? Knowing that the tongue no man can tame, and it's full of poison, as the scriptures say. But some of us are sick in the head. You know, Hosea 4:6, we're destroyed for that lack of knowledge. So we, for some reason. And it's a sickness. And the only way to heal from that sickness is to get right with these scriptures and to meditate in these scriptures, to actually be like the word wisdom, right? We got to be like this. We got to be like what we are applying in our everyday lives. We got to be like these scriptures. We got to try to be like more of these men that are about their business, which is the Most High's business. And how do we get there initially? I mean, Proverbs 1:7. Proverbs 1:7. How do we get there initially? Because if you don't know, you got to know. If you don't know, you got to know. I got two biggie quotes in this one. If you don't know, you got to know.
I got it.
Come on, one. Breathe.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
What do fools despise?
Wisdom and instruction.
So they despise wisdom and instruction. So what would a fool's characteristics be? You know? What would a fool's characteristics be? We just kind of read that up in Psalms 14:1. They're corrupt. And they don't do a lot of good works. Judgment for fools too. There's a judgment for fools too. Judgment for the wicked. There's a judgment for everybody that's acting accordingly. He got everything together as far as the Most High. He got all of his judgments, all of his blessings in order. And if you fit that description, you're going to get exactly what that is. So we got to be wary of that. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 4. Because you gotta be a certain type of way to receive this. I know that even Mary Magdalene, she got cast before she even started walking with Yahweh Shai. She had to get cast out them 7 devils. So we got to cast out some of our demons, some of our devils to fully walk with the Most High, or else we're gonna be just lukewarm. Things out. We gotta fast. We gotta pray to cast them things out. Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 4.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 4. For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter.
So what's malicious? Let's stop the show. Stop it. What's malicious? Man, it's bad. Catty, cruel, despiteful, hateful, malevolent, malign, malignant, mean, nasty, spiteful. That's bad. That's bad qualities to have. How are you going to be so smart? Now, Paul was saying, listen, I might be a little rude, but I'm with it. I'm with it. I might spit it out. It might not be to your liking, but you still gonna get this information. How many of y'all had a mean math teacher? How many of y'all got a mean whatever teacher? Right? You see, but sometimes, not all the time, because they can be mean and not know a damn thing. Okay, and then everybody checks out, right? And then everybody rejoices when the substitute teacher comes in. But he knows his stuff too as well. So, and it's just segueing into, he's not, any of these things, hateful, mean, nasty, spiteful, and vicious. He might just not be your favorite cup of tea. But in order, can you go down one? Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 5. I think there's something there too.
Verse 5. For the Holy Spirit, a discipline, will flee deceit.
Ooh.
And remove from thoughts that are without understanding.
Ooh.
It will not hide when unrighteousness cometh in.
Right. So we can't have two things occupying the same vessel. You can't have oil and water occupying the same vessel. You can't have a hatred for your brothers and then take on a doctrine of love for your brothers at the same time. It's not going to work. You got to completely empty that out. Anything, if you went through relationships with anybody that hurt you, that was of your nation, you got to forgive them, man. Forgive them right now so you can take on that true blessing, man, which is your nationality, your identity, and your heritage. Because you're missing out because of one person. You're missing out. I know sometimes it's a little bit more complicated than that. Sometimes we like that because of the things that happened to us in our childhood, and parents did terrible things to us. Terrible things, but you got to forgive them because now they're going to prevent you from missing the kingdom, and you don't want to miss the kingdom because the kingdom's eternal. It's going to be forever. There's going to be riches there forever. This is only temporary. This thing right here, this little dance right here, it only got about 3 minutes left. Matter of fact, maybe even 2, huh? Man, you better enjoy it. But we're not satisfied. We're on the benches. Some brothers over there sipping all the punch because we don't give a damn about the dance no more. We ready to go. Because there's going to be more dances left. This ain't the last dance. This ain't no MJ. Right? This ain't the last dance. We got grace to get it right. Don't be listening to other people. Put your faith and your trust in the Most High. And all these things is going to be added on to you. Good people is going to be added on to you. Good relationships, healthy relationships is going to be added on to you. Being able to talk with that wisdom and be nice, be open to discussion in a civilized way. You know, there's some brothers out here, they had that feminine type of they would issue with me. Please say my name. Please just say my name. Don't say this person, and like, you know, address me like a man, because we're men, operate in that same energy. You know, that's what we got to start being about. We got to deal with each other accordingly. You know, I know the brothers in the camp say, you know, when we're around each other, we got to be in our kingship, in our lordship. I was just talking to brothers about that gangbanging stuff and this. I was like, man, like, y'all gotta stop with that, man. We gotta be kings of this earth, man, again. We gotta be lords of this earth again. You know, I was in the barbershop talking that talk, man, and they was listening a little bit, you know, but you know, a brother comes in and all the worldliness ensues and everybody tunes me out. But that's how it is, man. It's just little seeds here and there that you gotta put into people. You know.
Hey, let me read something for you, King.
Go on, Lord.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 3. I'm sorry, the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 10. And it reads, "But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Most High. For whoso despises wisdom and nurture, he is miserable, and their hope is in vain. Their labors unfruitful, and their works unprofitable. Their wives are foolish, and their children wicked." Verse 13. "Their offspring is cursed, wherefore blessed is the barren that is undefiled, which shall have known the sinful bed. She shall have fruit in the visitation of souls." And this is talking about in the Most High's day of judgment. You know, when he's going to judge the earth. If you read a few verses before, it tells you about what's going to happen to the righteous, and that those righteous shall judge the nations, and they shall suffer no torment, right? So when we read this and you don't get that wisdom and knowledge, and you follow the things of the world, or you fall backwards into the things of the world, this is where I guess you use up your grace credit card. You know, everybody uses grace like it's an ATM debit card. You know, I can just do as I please and as I will, like the prince is saying. He killing it tonight. And I hope we, as a people who are tuning in, and those in the future that watch it, feel that conviction in their heart. Because when you do these things, you curse your own children. You forget about the Most High, he gonna forget about you and your babies.
I wouldn't be here today if my mom didn't put that Bible in my face and told me there was dinosaurs in it. I bet you any money. I mean, I know it. It was out in the living room all the time. So when it was idle, when that Friday night, which now I know it was Shabbat night, man, I know the Most High was probably looking out for me, man, because that Bible was calling my name. You know what happened? I would open it up, I would get in a couple scriptures, couple paragraphs, and then my friends would start calling me to go out. You know, so even then, and I'm talking about, she put the Bible in my face and she had it all around in the living room, and still Satan will still try to come and get you. So you need to tell your kids to get this, because that's why children are our oppressors, right? Right, officer?
Right.
That's why, because they don't know the law, statutes, and commandments. They didn't see the King James. You gotta let them see some of that, man. I know it's a little confusing, you know. I know it might be a draining book for someone that's 13, 14. They're like, what is this? You know, but still, the Most High gonna deal with you.
Let me bring out these last ones for you. Then come
on.
All right, so I'm gonna drop down to verse 15, right? Because it's gonna give you a comparative analysis. The left hand versus the right hand, going through the straight and narrow path, or going to the left, or veering off to the right, right? So we're still in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 15. "For glorious is the fruit of good labors, and the root of wisdom shall never fall away.
As for the children of adulterers, they shall not come to their perfection, and the seed of an unrighteous bed shall be rooted out. For though they live long, yet shall they be nothing regarded, and their last age shall be with honor. Or if they die quickly, they have no hope, neither comfort in the day of trial. For horrible is the end of an unrighteous generation.
And that's what we have too.
That's scary. That's scary, fam.
We do have an unrighteous generation. Now, there's always going to be a remnant. You know, the Most High is good like that. There's always going to be a remnant of people that know what not to do. But there's going to be a vast majority of us. It's very high school, you know. The in-crowd kids do what they do, and when you looking on the outside and you're like, dang, they having all that fun. Man, I'm over here keeping a Shabbat. Man, I gotta read the Bible. I don't want to. Man, they over there. Man, don't do that. The scriptures say, don't be envious of evildoers. Don't be envious of that. Because there's going to be a day and a time where people are going to lean on you for the knowledge that you have. And let's go back. Mother Bathia, Shalom. Trice Carson, Shabbat Shalom. Israelite, I don't know your name, brother. Put your name in. It's $5, y'all. We got $5. That's what I'm saying. The Most High gonna add on to you. And we got this love, man. We got $5, man. We going.
All praises.
All praises.
Water.
All praises. Shalom, everybody. That's how we like to get down on Friday, man. We have a good time. We're gonna be real serious, but we're gonna be joyous because this is a joyous thing. We know that this is the ushering in of the Shabbat. We know this is an important day for the Most High. We know that by doing this, He will add certain things onto us. It doesn't have to be in the form of money. Don't be so simple. Don't be so simple. It could be good friends. It could be company. What you gonna do with all that money alone? We ain't doing that. Idle time, double time. And you know how that goes. So let's be grateful that we do have friends and family in this camp. Let's be happy that we can call somebody in a heartbeat and they're gonna pick up. If they don't pick up, they're gonna call you right back. You know what I'm saying? That's what I love about this. Oh yeah. So tonight, see the truth. You're gonna send all of your questions to aochouston@gmail.com. And then they're gonna get at you Saturday around like 11:30, I believe. Is that right? Like around that time, 11, 12 -ish?
Yeah. It's like around 1 o'clock Eastern time and 12 o'clock Central. You know, give or take a few, maybe 15, 20 minutes, just like tonight. We usually when we start our class, we'll set a time. And then what we'll do is we'll let the family come into the room. And then meanwhile, we'll play a little bit of music and stay in the background. So at least give those brothers that same opportunity. So yes, brothers, see the truth. Any questions you guys, send it to the email flowing across your channel tonight. And that question will be addressed for you tomorrow morning.
Cool.
And remind the brothers tomorrow, hey, check the email from me. So they know that it's you, King. The water.
Yeah, the water, see the truth. And stay tuned. I'm gonna bring out Romans 9 and 6. Listen to what the Mashiach Yahushua was saying, who we ignorantly call Christ. Because this is about character too. You can know everything. You could dress in the best garments, the fringes, the mitri. I love the mitris. I don't know how to wrap them though. I gotta get me a rib so she can wrap my mitri. But don't be so caught up in the outside though. You can worry about that a little bit later when you got your character in check. See the truth. But right now we got to worry about your character, and this is what Yahushua is talking about. Give me Romans 9. Well, this is not Yahushua. This is Paul. But I'm gonna get to Yahushua too. Give me Romans 9 and 6.
Romans chapter 9 verse 6. Not as thou, the word of the Most High, hath taken none effect, for they are not all Israel, which are of Israel.
So you're not a true Jew just because you're of your bloodline. or your medical circumcision. Let's expound further. Let's go to, well, so another thing in Romans what Paul was saying that, for he is not a Jew, which is one outwardly, neither is that circumcision, which is outwardly in the flesh. So he's talking about character, integrity, what people don't see when they don't see you. That's what we got to work on. How are you talking to other brothers and sisters outside of this little YouTube class or outside of the Shabbat? How are you dealing with other brothers and sisters? Are you dealing with them gentle, kindly? Are you arguing, bickering, saying worldly things? You know? Get John 1:47. Let's get what Yahushua was talking about. And then we're going to break down this word guile. Because, in Chicago is a little shady place. I know I was a part of that shadiness, having ill intentions for your so-called friends, using your friends for certain material things or for being around, the opposite sex, if you will. As we all, I know the young brother here is in high school. He probably sees a whole bunch of that usury going on with your friends. It could be so petty, like, oh, okay, he got the new game. Let's all go over there. But you don't even really like him, or you're just using people for certain things. It's very childish. It's very childish. So we gotta definitely work on our character 24/7. Give me John 1:47. Let's see what Yahushua was talking about.
John chapter 1 verse 47. Yahushua saw Nathanael coming to him, and said of him, behold, an Israelite indeed, in whom is no guile.
In whom is no guile. What does guile mean? He was like, hey, finally, a good brother. We got a good brother here. He don't got no tricks or strategy to obtain a goal, which some people do. Some people get in this camp, thinking that they're going to catapult a rap career or something like that, or whatever people got going on, and it's just not going to work. The Most High going to sniff you out, and He going to kick you out. And that's exactly what had happened. So, guile, no tricks, no trickery. Nathaniel had no tricks about him. My brothers in Chicago, around here, man, you don't know what brothers is capable of. They full of tricks. There's a lot of guile going on. But when you properly vet brothers, when you come at them strong with the word, they spirit gonna show you who they are, right? They smile in your face, but they backstabbers, right? I don't know what song was that? Was that backstabber? Backstab. So I forgot. I don't know what that was. I think it's like Ozzy Brothers or something like that. I'm a little younger, y'all. But that's really what it is, man. Because we're around people and we good with them, but then they talking stuff about our back. They dealing with other brothers foul when they dealing with you good. I don't want to deal with you if you dealing with somebody foul and you dealing with me good. I want you to deal with everybody good. That's what we about. I know. I gotta stop showing my age, man. I gotta stop showing my age here. Hey, but there's nothing better than the 70s music. Oh man, I like that. I like that little time because it was all live. OJs, okay, yeah, the OJs. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know nothing about that, but I can look up YouTube. I know a couple of songs though. But anyway, but that's what it is. And you know what? It's in the music. It's in the sayings. It's this life, man. This kingdom. So we just gotta always remember, no matter how bad it gets, to always look at your brother and your sister as a king, be in your lordship, address them as such. When you meet somebody down the street, man, ask them what's going on. What have you been through today? Do you need any alms? I got 10 you can hold. See a children with their mother. Get down low to the child and say, "What's going on, little man?" And tell him you're a king. Tell his mom that you need to read him the Bible, so he could not grow up and start oppressing his people like Officer Yabatazar was just talking about. You know, that's what we could do to micro manage our salvation in the state of our nation. That's what we could do. Let me get, yeah. So Guile, how many brothers are worried about somebody they just met having ulterior motives? And I put character is very important for Israel. Wisdom, character, that goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand. Hand in hand. We can't just be an ace with the scriptures and be the coldest street teacher of all time, which is fine. Yeah, right. There was no finesse in Nathaniel. You died. Go on, bro. Come on, brother. No finesse in them. There ain't no finessing. So, hey, and that's what it is. Because how many people? So if Yahweh Shai comes up, what is he gonna think about you when he first meets you and he didn't tell you who he was? Is he gonna think that you're like Nathaniel, or is he gonna think or is he gonna think that you are a finesser, or you're insincere, or you're gonna use him? Yo, the next time he walks on water, I'm gonna capitalize off of that. I'm gonna get the people around and give me money and and make bets and all of that. Like, yeah, you know. So we got to be very careful with that. Let's get what Peter was talking about. 1 Peter 2:1. 1 Peter 2:1. And then we'll go down to verse 2 as well. Because we have to let the scriptures change us. We have to let them transform us. You know, I got a long way to go. We all got a long way to go. But the more you read and apply, the more you're going to start to change. Your morals are going to change. The signs are going to be as clear as day. You're just going to chuckle and go like, oh, man, I can't even tell nobody about this because they ain't going to believe me. Whenever you're ready, Adonai. 1 Peter 2:1.
1 Peter chapter 2, verse 1. Wherefore, laying aside all malice and all guile and hypocrisies and envies and all evil speakings, as newborn babies, desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby.
Right. So Peter hit it on the head. Peter got a whole bunch of knowledge. I recommend that y'all read Peter again. Full of that knowledge, full of that character and the mindset of what you got to be. Because Peter was the one that was walking on water with Yahweh Shai. So if you want that spiritual power that brothers be talking about, you might want to look at Peter and see what he's talking about. Laying aside all malice, guile, hypocrisies, envies, and all that evil speaking. You know, when you speak evil, you don't speak truth. You don't address people by their names when you're getting into an argument or a debate. You deflect things, right? So you gotta understand that there's levels to this, and in order to reach that top level, your character has to be in order. I don't know if anybody said that to you in a while, but I just wanted to remind Israel that we got to check our character, check how the way we dealing with other people. I know that when we get into the truth too, I was just thinking about this too. When we get into the truth, I know I was like this a lot, but when we get into the truth and it's us versus the world, basically, we can't act like that. We can't be out here dividing our mom and our dad, if you got a father, our brothers and sisters, like, oh, you know, you got to wear fringes. You know, I'm not going out tonight because and you shouldn't too. You know, you can't do that to them. You know, you can't just find out that you're Israel and then just go AWOL and just go on a streak and just start treating everybody. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. You know, we got to deal with each other still because we're newborn babes. The milk, we need these basic scriptures. You need to stop being me against the world and start giving the people milk like they were babies and not trying to trump people, one up people, as I like to say. You know, you have a very important role now because you can understand the Bible, understand it. So you got to use it. You don't use it to bring people down. You use it to lift people up. And some say, hey, I ain't gonna lie. Some of y'all need to get broken down, but at the same time, y'all need to get built right back up too. Because we gotta remember, man, we went through slavery in this country. We've been displaced from system to system. And when one of us gets on each other, that could lead us to go on a different path, go continue our path with addictions, continue our path of domestic relationships, continue our path of sodomy, any ailment, anything that you got. You know, I just want y'all to know that, you know, Mary had them demons cast out before she was walking. I know that a lot of us gotta cast them out and walk. You know, we gotta do double. You know, so so the most important part was Thawada. Ayundambar, Beverly, Mother Bathaya. Ayundambar, you're welcome. So let's get Psalms 103 verse 8. 103 verse 8. And let's see some of the characteristics that our Father in heaven has. The power, the hidden power, the truth, the one that creates evil and light and darkness. Let's see what he's about. Let's see what he's about and how we can apply that. Psalms 103 and verse 8.
Psalms chapter 103 verse 8. The Most High is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and plenteous in mercy.
Right. So the fellas, we got to work on the slow to anger. Hey, the water, we got about $26. All praises to the Most High. We got about $26, y'all. This is gonna be a good Friday. Yeah, the water,
sister Wonder.
Yo, the sister right here has got an incredible consistency. She's on all the classes. She does do her thing and support, you know. And hopefully these scriptures are building her up so she can have that right character. I know she has excellent character. You know, it's all praises, man. Like, and that's what you want. We want to be consistent with this thing on Friday. We are family here on Friday. We can talk about our issues in the world on Friday. And Friday is none other than the ushering in of the Shabbat. And we should be happy and joyous about that. And I just want to keep on hitting y'all with that because because when it's that time to go, man, I'm going to be, But anyway.
Right. And you know what?
Go ahead.
And the scripture says that be a cheerful giver. And it also says, and the scripture says, charity covers a multitude of sin. Right. And with me saying that, you know, a lot of people have been asking where the general's at, you know, and the general's taking care of business like he always does. You know, I salute the general and all the chief priests and all the leadership and the ambassadors of Christ. And what this brother BARAK is breaking down to y'all is the same thing that he broke down to me, that in Israel and even in Christianity, we spend so much time arguing and fighting about the divinity of Yahushua and never understanding his humanity. You know, not understand the trials and afflictions that he went through before he reappeared on the scene in Jerusalem, right about the age of 30. Remember, he was not in Israel. His parents took him to Egypt. And, you know, and if you really follow a lot of that history and the early church fathers, they tell you where he went. So Yahushua wasn't taught in the synagogues like maybe Paul was. Up under one of the Pharisee teachers. So Yahushua was able to experience things away from the nation of Israel and gather wisdom. You know, the scripture says when a man travels, he gathers much wisdom. So a lot of times we talk about all the miracles we did, but we never pay attention to the humanity that was a part of his walk and his life. And that's what this brother's talking into, right? Talking about having that balance, showing that humanity, having that love for your brothers and sisters. You know, if you can give, give. If you can't give with money, give with your time. Like for us, you know, I'm taking away from my household, but I do this freely because it's required of me. You know, the scriptures say, what is the Most High require of man? What is the whole duty of man? To keep his commandments, right? So giving, being a cheerful giver, giving alms, you know, all of them great things, it serves a purpose because we can look at all the things that Yahweh Shai did. He gave of himself. Even when the woman touched the hem of his garment and drained some of his strength, the healing went out. Even she knew she was a dog. You know what I'm saying? She knew her place. So we have to understand that humanity and the human part of Yahweh Shai is what we got to focus on when we're dealing with our brothers and sisters, not trying to argue about who got the best precepts or who the most in depth. We need to be studying the scriptures day and night and coming together. That's the only way we come up out of this condition.
And I'm glad that you said that, because a lot of times when we're together as Israel and we got all the knowledge and everything, we still be arguing about the concepts. No. We got it. We got enough in common. Now we got to argue. Now we have to talk about, when it all falls down, what are the contingencies? Right. Who's got the armory together? Who's good with this? Who's good with that? Who has the survival skills? Who's got a complex? Who's got an off-road Jeep? I don't want to hear about y'all I don't want to be in the living room or something like that and hearing brothers, you know what I'm saying? Like from other congregations and everything. No, we need to have that time to discuss bigger issues. Because when we look because let me tell you something, these militia groups and all that, they're not doing that. They're just like, yo, I got this. I got a Jeep with something on it. I got a grenade. I got they talking about straight going to war on us. And what we talking about when we together, the same things that we talk about the non-believers with, and it's not productive. It's not productive. We need to have more productive conversations when we congregate, when we do these Hebrew summits. It shouldn't be
the holy days.
The holy days, and we should be talking about those next steps, which is as far as anywhere from survival. I know me and Officer Yabataza talking about schools, a physical building, because it gets cold in Chicago now. Y'all don't want to be outside all the time. So we definitely want to get that going for Chicago. That's a must. I'm telling you, man, they gonna be nobody else. They gonna be just prophesying to the wind. But so we get that physical location, and then we can keep this thing going 24/7. And the physical location can transform into a school. But we can't think about that. We can't pool resources together when we're still arguing about the same stuff we was arguing about in 2015. That's not gonna cut it. That's not gonna cut it. Yeah, I'm a little nice with the scriptures. You might beat me in some conversations. I might beat you in some conversations, but at the same time, I ain't worried about that, because the heathens ain't worried about that. They worried about taking us over. Bill Gates is worried about infecting us with his little whatever you got going on. And I don't want to say it, but they got these other nations of people that want to conspire to destroy us every single day. And so we had to come together, treat each other with respect, with tenderness. We got to talk about solutions to the ailments of our community, the ailments in Israel too. Because there's our community, the black community, and then there's Israel that's an even closer, smaller, tighter community. So we can't be going back and forth in this one, because they're already doing it out here. We can't be on the inside and doing it too. We got to be the watchman for the whole nation.
Hey, can I bring a couple of scriptures out real quick, King?
I'm kind of winding down.
Okay,
Whenever you're ready, then we could end it. But I
okay,
think I
yeah.
brought
You
everything
know
I did.
what? We probably could end it on this right here. I think this probably will, sum it up for everything that you've been bringing out. Because I'm just gonna hit, and I challenge everyone or invite everyone to go to read Sirach chapter 23 in the Apocrypha. If you don't have it, download the KJV 1611 Bible app. The red book. So I want to go into Sirach 33 because this brother's dropped, for a young brother. I gotta say the brother BARAK keeps impressing me. I've been knowing this brother for a few years, man. And if you know our walk and our history and how we miss, and we're like two ships passing at night, you'd be amazed of this brother's growth and his determination to continue to be and grow into a righteous man. Young brother, single, businessman, highly intelligent. And as you've seen this brother pour out his spirit and his passion in regards to the things that he battled with, and then the things he see what our people go through that he don't want to deal with. So I just got a couple of things I want to bring out of Sirach 33. So I'm gonna start at verse 1. Sirach 33 and 1. There shall no evil happen unto him that feareth Yahweh, but in temptation even again he will deliver him. Remember, it says when you come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for affliction, right? So even when you go through your temptation, the Most High still will deliver you. It says, a wise man hateth not the law, but he that is a hypocrite therein is a ship in a storm. Remember, we put not supposed to be a man or a woman that's tossed to and fro, they're unstable in all their ways. Remember what happened to Peter when he was losing faith, right? When they was out on the water, right? When Christ was walking on the water, right? It says, a man of understanding trusteth in the law, and the law is faithful unto him as a oracle. It says, prepare what to say, and so shall thou be heard, and bind up instruction and make an answer. This is what this brother's talking about how we communicate and deal with each other. And we're in a unique position because a lot of brothers like to box us in or say, yeah, them brothers, one West, one West, one West. Well, I have to tell brothers, like, hey, man, we from Chicago. I ain't never been to one West. But the brothers that I walk with and have been around, most of them have been from that school. We're over here in Chicago, where there's another whole group of Israelites. So just like Yahweh Shai came down to tear down the walls of partition between the northern and southern kingdom of Israel, this is the same thing that the ambassadors of Christ, we've taken up that same call. Tearing down these walls between our men and women. So again, how you deal with your brother, you should base it off the law. Like the brother Yediah said, fruits of the spirit is love and temperance. You know what I'm saying? And because when you don't do that, this is what happened in verse 5. It says, the heart of the foolish is like a cartwheel. Hey, the Most High don't be playing with his words, man. I'm going to read that again. This is Sirach 33 and 5. It says, the heart of the foolish is like a cartwheel, and its thoughts are like a rolling axle tree. The cycle never ends, right? So, with all that being said, right, just got a little bit more. What we have to understand is that with us being the chosen seed, the children that bear the name of the Most High, that have received His Spirit again, where we have eyes that can see and ears to hear, right? So we got to remember that the Most High is creating something special for Himself, which is us, the ones that He select out of us, the 1/3 and 144K. Like Paul said, I wish all Israel can be saved, right? So I just want to close out with this right here. We're going to jump over to Sirach chapter 33 and verse 10, right? And it reads, all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of the earth. And much knowledge the Most High has divided them and made their ways diverse, meaning all the people that came from Adam, right? Some of them He has blessed and exalted, and some of them He has sanctified and set near Himself. But some of them has He cursed and brought low and turned out of their places. As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him to render them as liketh him best, meaning that the Most High is liking all the people on the earth according to the diverse ways he wanted them to be. Now we got a decision because we're falling after the diverse natures and mannerisms of the other nations when the Most High has set us apart from them. I'm going to continue reading, right? Verse 14. Good is set against evil, and life against death. So it's the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, and one against the other, right? So now, remember Yahushua said that he was coming back for not for peace, but with a sword and for division. Put a man's house against himself, right? So now that we have this wisdom and understanding, you have to find out or decide whether you're going to be on the good side of the Most High or continue to be part of the evil side, which is the rebellious side, the rebellious and stiff-necked. And if you're going to walk with the Most High, you have to be fashioned according to being holy, which means being separate and keeping his laws, statutes, commandments, and the faith of the Mashiach and walking in that grace until we get perfected, right? So I want y'all to think about that because that's a cold killer. We were created to be the chosen, but we choose to be the evil seed. Remember, when you forget the Most High, he forget you and your children. So on that note, if the brother BARAK doesn't have anything left, we can go ahead and close out. And just shalom to the brother Manatazak Mayam. We just checked in. And everybody else that tuned in tonight with the Ambassadors of Christ on this Shabbat night. And then BARAK, if you got anything else, go ahead, King. I don't know, you look frozen to me.
I have myself on mute. Look, give me Isaiah, give me Isaiah, give me Isaiah 41 and 10, and then we'll close out on this. We'll use this precept. We'll carry it all the way through. Let's fight these dang heathen in this kingdom, and we'll make it back here next Shabbat, and then we'll have another one for you too.
And we got something special coming up for y'all too. Me and BARAK working on something for y'all.
Yeah, come.
Go ahead and read on Emmanuel.
You said
Isaiah 41 and 10.
Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy Most High. I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee, yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness.
And that's all we need. Our power, our God, the Most High, he's with us. So don't worry. Don't worry about this. He's going to strengthen us. And he's going to help us. He's going to help us. He's going to give us protection. Like the scriptures say, we got to use this word as a shield of protection. And he's saying that again in Isaiah 41 and 10.
God. Oh, praises, God. And just real quick, if any of you brothers and sisters that are in the Houston area, the Houston, Texas area, the Chicago area, the New York greater metropolitan area, or even in the streets of Chicago, you know what I'm saying? If you're looking for a congregation or a family to build with, I'll tell you, we're not a church, we're not a camp. Actually, I misused the term congregation. Israel is the congregation, but what we are over here is a family. Like the brother Antonio Jesus Judah says, church family. Church.
Yeah.
But yeah, if y'all looking for some place to fellowship with and build with, or even get counseling or things like that, man, the brothers over at Ambassadors of Christ, we're not boogeymen. We're everyday brothers just like y'all. We laugh, we joke, and we actually care about our people. So if you have any interest in us or building with us, you know what I'm saying? You see the email floating across the ticker right there. Send an email out to that location, and the brothers, the leadership over there in Houston, also Abishai, get you in tune with the prospective leadership in each city or location. On you, BARAK.
Oh, I was going to say, Antonio, you in Chicago? What's going on, bro?
In the city? Oh wow, all praises, Antonio. You know what? Let me do something real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me drop some in the chat real quick.
You finna sub? All praise to the Most High. Yeah, go ahead, sub, man, so we can keep in contact. It ain't over till it's over.
Okay. Okay. So since you're in my city, if you are interested in linking up with us, Brother Antonio, I just dropped my email up in the group. If you're, Ambassador Yabatazai at gmail.com, you can reach out to me and then I'll get you in tune with me and BARAK and we can take it from there. But anybody else that's around the area and all of that, definitely if you're like the Brother Anthony Thomas, even though you're in California, brother, you can still be a part of the family.
Come on in, bro. Come on.
You can join, you can come into our classes, you can come through the come through the protocol, learn what we about, what we teach, what the camp mission is, what the vision is according to the Most High, and who the leadership is. And I'm pretty sure you are familiar with General Hashar. Most people are. Excellent teacher, excellent leader. Chief Priest Aban Ariyah, Chief Priest Shah Nathaniah, Chief Priest Kazak. There are a lot of brothers who have been doing this for over 30-some years. And I tell all young brothers, especially those of us who didn't have fathers or positive role models in our life, this is the place where you can get that. We can help you with your issues and work out your issues, and we'll endure with you as long as you're willing to put your brick in. You know what I'm saying? So I have Brother Anthony Thomas send an email as well, if you want to. And as well, same thing for you beautiful daughters of Zion out there too. Same thing's open, the invitations open to you all as well.
Because women teach the nation. Women teach the nation. We teach you. You regurgitate that to the children. And then we ain't got no 16-year-olds angry as hell shooting everybody in the street. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You ain't got to be in McDonald's feeding your baby some poison and worrying about a bullet coming through the back seat.
One family at a time. Let's just keep it like that. So brothers, come on in. Most High's preparing his army. Best believe it. And then with
that one stick, baby.
Hey.
That one stick. One stick can hit the Lord's hand, Yahweh's hand. Pass down to Yahweh's shot, bro. Let's eat. Let's get it. Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
All right, so go ahead and take us out, BARAK, if you're good.
Yeah, I mean, so with that, we're gonna close class for tonight. Please stay tuned next Friday for the Shabbat class. I hope everybody enjoy y'all. So we got we did pretty good. It wasn't too long tonight. I know we'll get another one coming for you, and we'll keep on hitting home and keep on bidding our people back to the wedding. I know a remnant's gonna come. A couple remnants came up in here today, so hopefully, we keep on preaching this gospel and getting this fruit to come in, and it's just a blessing, man. All praises to the Most High.
Khan, same to you, brother Manatazak. Khan, hallelujah. All right, family of Shabbat, man, from your brothers at Ambassadors of Christ, we tuning out. Enjoying your Shabbat, and don't forget to tune in tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 noon Central. West Coast, 10 o'clock your time, or 11 o'clock your time, whatever the time zone is. The brothers from Houston and the Chief Priest and them will be on tomorrow as usually scheduled for the Q&A. So if you had questions, send them over to that email, and the brothers will take care of all your questions going forward. On that note, Shabbat Shalom, fam.
Shabbat Shalom, fam.
Shabbat Shalom.